Yeah, well, I didn't have it
What's
because
up, guys? We were bullshitting a little too long. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late.
Couple of topics we could talk about, Seth?
Yeah. So
did anybody hit
there's a
the story?
lot of questions that got sent in. Half of them are
Okay.
probably Richard or Curry, but
Fuck yeah, bro.
let
Let's
me make sure
fuck
this
this
is
bitch
actually
up.
live.
Let's gangbang it.
B, or are we actually live? Oh, that's the Femboys one from last week. There we go. We're good. At least
Apparently,
it seemed like a
oh
lot this
shit.
morning.
I'm gonna
See
start
all.
again.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. All right, the first one's gonna be an easy one. How is Runvis so cute?
Facial proportions plus a mustache.
Yeah, I think it's mainly the mustache and how I treat people.
You
So you mean
notice you
carpet
you
ride?
you inspired me, dude.
But the mustache, it's clean, dude. If you can fucking pull off the mustache, everybody loves it.
Yeah,
Everybody
there's
loves
nobody
it.
who doesn't.
I'd
And
look
if
like a
they don't,
pedophile.
you just fucking kill them or
Yeah,
something.
exactly. And the cops show up, they're like, "Damn, that's a good stash." You know what?
Yeah, like fuck, dude, you're innocent. Let's go.
Everything checks out here.
Are you still waiting on your fucking nose strips?
No, I just haven't put it on tonight because I've been on calls, so I haven't been able to fucking eat and shower yet.
I haven't seen you wearing it lately.
Yeah, everybody thinks I got like bullied into stop wearing them. I'm like, no, I didn't have any stickers, but I've got the stickers now. So
Dude's flexing his fucking bike in the middle of a
I'm
podcast.
trying to fix it, dude. I'm like so eager
like,
to
oh,
fix this.
did I mention that I ride motorcycles?
Ride motorcycles.
Well, this one's an easy one because we already know Colton's, so we don't have to worry about him. Favorite energy drink? Everyone knows Colton's is Monster
Oh yeah.
Ultra since he's got the can pyramid that he knocked over last night.
Instantaneously monster for sure. Any day of the week.
Mine's definitely the Swedish Fish Ghost. Oh, I had one right here. I threw it away.
That's too
Yeah,
much caffeine, bro. I don't know how
it's
you
200.
survive.
It's 150 for yours, 200 for mine. It's fucking no difference.
That's
It's
too
30.
much.
That's thirty
You
percent
can't
more.
enjoy two at that point. You can only enjoy one.
I don't know about that because mine. What I don't drink energy drinks or caffeine anymore. Mine was the Mango Ghost, and I would do 3 or 4 a day easy.
That's no.
Yeah,
Four?
yeah, sometimes.
Oh my
800.
God.
I mean, the high end pre workouts, the high stim ones are 6 to 800.
Oh my, that's
You got to remember, I
brutal,
was
bro.
addicted to prescription stimulants. 4 energy drinks is that's a walk in the park. I can still go to bed after 4 energy drinks. All right, I'm not going to bed after half a script of Adderall.
Jesus. I would literally have a stroke, bro.
Yeah, no, there's definitely people that can do the energy drink thing. I can't because I have low impulse control and a monkey brain.
Yeah, I go in phases. Like right now, I'm drinking like one a day, and then I'll go like 6 months without touching one. I just kind of,
But the thing is like I love how they make me feel, and I can't not have a day where I don't feel like that, you know?
yeah, that's how you get addicted to stuff like this.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. You're like, well, one feels good, so how does two feel?
Yeah, so how does two feel?
Well, it's for me, it's I have so much shit going on. I'm like, all right, let's fucking lock in. Let's do all the business stuff. Let's pack. Let's do this all. Just knock it out. Just throw it in for an hour. So I end up buying my second tin. That's gonna be the last one I buy though for a long.
You say that now.
Yeah, that's exactly how I got addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah, because once I pack all my shit up and we're like fucking off, like I'll be able to actually like.
Have you moved yet?
No, it's next week. I've just been packing everything up and
Taking
then
your
trying to
time.
change over my address with everything, banks and all that shit. Since I bought the truck, I gotta call the DMV, make sure my plates come in the right spot.
Jeez.
It's just
So
a
when are
matter
you
of switching
finally
my
getting
shit.
out?
When am I getting out? It's next Friday.
Nice. Are you excited or are you worried?
Not either right now because I'm like in that weird stage where I still can't pack everything because I still need all like my
Yeah.
cooking shit, need all my clothes, so it's all just kind of sitting there, and I can't load the truck up yet because my spray and bed liner. They had to schedule me on the 15th because it's so hot down here. They said their spray gun keeps overheating, so they can only do 3 appointments a day. So they were booked 15 days out or something like that.
These
Get
are
another
scary.
fucking spray gun.
Yeah, I want to apply the right way, and then because then I can put my bed cover on, then I can throw all the boxes in, and then we'll get.
That's crazy that they what did they charge you extra for the spray, the liner?
Yeah, it's like a $500 spray. Ford does for $595. The Linux guys here were $550.
They didn't fucking include that in your purchase?
I thought it was no, so mine was fully loaded except for that. Which I mean, they had 11 shelter greens on there. I must have looked at.
I think that's kind of fucked up.
It is what it is. I
I
got
would have
the
been leaving with that fucking truck bed liner. I tell you that.
I ran my mouth about it, and they were like looking for another one, and they were like, maybe we'll spray it on. But then I was looking at the clock, and I'm like, I gotta get my dog in like 2.5 hours, and it was a 2 hour 15 minute drive. So I'm like, yeah, let's just fucking. But
Those.
what's your take on stuff like running and swimming for lifting? I've seen good results.
For what?
What's your take on stuff like running and swimming for lifting? I've seen good results
That's
for
not
his weight
lifting.
training.
What do you fucking mean?
Does he mean like doing cardio while also training? Like, yeah, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, like cardio is great. I don't, but it's not gonna like inherently make you stronger and lift. I don't know.
Sorry, I play real sports. I'm not trying to be the best at exercising.
Yeah, I mean, I don't run because I'm 250 pounds and it hurts my knees. Well, 240
Well,
now. Excuse me.
Now, flopping your arms around is not going to fucking get you jacked arms. Let's put it that way.
I mean, if you like it, do it. Cardio is always going to be
yeah,
good
I
for you.
mean,
But
if it's your thing, I think it's great, and you'll have a happy life if you do something you love. But it's not like if your goal is to get absolutely massive, it's probably not the thing you're missing.
running a bunch is also going to like actively reduce how big you can make your legs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why you see distance runners a lot of pipe cleaner arms and legs. Unless you're that fucking one dude, what's his name? The hybrid athlete guy that's juiced to his just the fucking Nick Bear, juiced
Nick
to the
Bear,
fucking gills,
yeah,
swears
Yeah,
he's fucking natty.
yeah,
he's
yeah.
natty
He's
for
as natural
what
as
he
my
talks
fucking
about.
right ventral glute.
All right, you want the Richard or Curry fucking slew of them?
Let's do it.
Nail him down.
Worst client slash client nightmare. You can just
Go.
talk about Richard.
Worst client? Is that what he said?
Worst client or like client nightmare
I don't
scenario.
even know if I should say some of the ones I've had, honestly. Like, there's some fucked up shit that, like, people just be taking drugs without you saying, hey, take this, you know? And you fucking get their blood work back, and you're like, hey, dude, so why are you, like, horrifically unhealthy? Oh, well, coach, I haven't been being honest with you. I've been taking a little bit of extra this, and fucking that. And then you see their blood work, and it's like they have blood in their urine, and you're like, brother, like, you're not okay right now. Uh, and dude, it's just like that's happened where I've had to like drop people because they've taken an astronomical amount of drugs without me knowing and just like think it's all good. It's all good in the hood. And it's like, nah, dude, like that is the worst nightmare for me because not only does it jeopardize the person, but it jeopardizes my reputation, and I don't take that lightly. Even if the person comes out and says, "Oh, it's all my fault," it's like, no, dude. Like people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's fucking Coach Colton. Like he's gonna be murdering people, like he says." I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, no, I mean, there's been cases before where, athletes had taken like a shit ton of diuretics because they
Yeah,
panic before a
exactly.
show and then and they'll die and then people blame the coach and the coach is like, dude, I didn't fucking tell him to do that. So
Yeah,
it's
like I
like,
had no idea this was happening, but it
yeah.
fucking happens anyways, just because, people are get psychotic, dude. In this sport, people get psychotic and they lose their shit. And it happens more than people think. And especially with their diuretics or stimulants or any of that shit. I'd say that, and then also the amount of times I've caught someone having an STD on blood work is crazy. So, like when they do
Uh,
a urinalysis and their like urinary bacteria is like insanely high, and you're like, "Hey, brother, like, just want to let you know."
you're pissing fire right now.
Yeah. Sorry
I'd
about
say
it, but
It's like random question, no reason. Does it burn when you piss? How'd you know? Like just an idea.
it's a hunch, man. It's a hunch.
I'd say for me personally, I haven't had too many people off the rails, but got my first charge back last week. That pisses me off because then you got to submit all the evidence and fight them over it.
Yeah, that's a nightmare too.
Yeah, and this
That
is like
always
one of the
sucks.
guys. He's actually like one of the school guys. Like he was just doing like a 3 month thing with me, like in the school and all that. And then he lied about calling and everything. I had to send my fucking call logs in and show him he never fucking called me. He lied about the entire thing. So now I gotta like get deadlocked in that for 60 days. That's
And,
annoying as fuck.
and in that case, like, I don't think people understand when you just do chargebacks, it's very harmful for a small business.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just said, hey, man, I don't want to pay for this anymore, it'd be a much more efficacious conversation.
Yeah, because you could just, especially when it's just the school, just fucking cancel it. No big deal. But
Is it
no,
charged
instead you
back on the
dispute
school?
it. No, like he was doing it through me, and I was helping him with stuff on the side. So sometimes
Okay, I
I'll
gotcha.
have guys
Yeah,
like
yeah.
do like a little 3-month thing with us, and that's just kind of how we were doing it. But yeah, so that's always a pain in the ass. And then then when people just don't follow the program whatsoever. Like I had a guy down to 1,400 calories. Yeah, 1,400 calories and 14K steps a day. Lost 1 pound total.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I knew he was fucking lying, so I just kept throwing his calories down and jacking the cardio up higher and higher. I'm like, "There's no fucking way you are not lying to me."
Like
with all
you're
eating.
telling me that we're doing 30,000 steps a day and you're eating 600 calories and we gained weight. That's what you're gonna look at me and tell me that.
He was adamant that paddleball burned like 1,500 calories. I'm like, no, it does not burn 1,500 calories. You're vastly overestimating it.
Yeah.
Because his
Stop
watch
looking
said
at
that.
yeah. Stop looking at the watch. Yeah. Mine says I burn like 1,100 when I go to the
the
gym.
watch.
No.
I hate how people even reference it.
Yeah, you can't
I
go by
like
the
it for
calorie limit.
I like it for heart rate monitoring, and I mean that's pretty much it.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Colton Richard says, don't strip a bolt. We're answering your slew of questions you sent me.
This time.
All right, what's the next one?
Who's a fitness influencer who needs to get the fuck out? Actually, he put GFTO. Get the no, that is right. GFTO. No, GF.
Get
fucked
the
two
out.
out. Yeah. I say run his coaching. He's mean to everybody.
Yeah, he's a bully.
It gets
Fuck
me a
that
ton
guy.
of flame. I get a ton of fucking hate mail from him because I'm tagged in his post.
Yeah, I think that everybody on one side of things would say me, and then
Everybody 19 to 20 that
Right.
thinks they know everything and
I
likes
feel
to
like I
strap
should have a
themselves
strong
to
opinion
machines.
for this question, but I don't
I
really
really
think
don't.
that.
They all
I don't
play
think
their
anybody
part.
need to get the fuck out. Everybody plays their part. Everybody's right about something sometimes, probably except for James Capola.
Yeah, that's one.
Well, we could go with him. We'll go James.
I mean, Steffi Cohen's digging herself a bit of a grave too lately.
Some guys are into that, man. Getting beat up by their fucking girlfriend.
Well, we just called out James Capola again.
That's good.
Richard's saying don't sugarcoat it.
Nah.
James Capola for sure. That's the
Yeah,
only.
that guy's
He's just
that guy's
like,
an F word. I can't say the F word.
He's genuinely unlikable.
He's just playing his audience like a fiddle, and they're all woke, purple-haired women that think he's the best, and he's just playing them like a fiddle. They don't even.
I
know.
mean, that's what I said in one of my videos about him that got him really riled up. I said you're basically charging middle-aged women $900 a month to tell them that they're doing a good job.
Yeah. He sells
I mean-
validation coaching.
Straight up, yeah.
I mean, Joey Swole, Colton already made a video exposing him.
Yeah, that too. I mean, he's not
Goob.
all bad, but he's
I
definitely.
like Goob.
I don't have a problem with Goob, but I mean, his content is by far, in a way, like some of the most low effort bullshit content in the world. I'll straight up admit that, but I mean, he's not a terrible person.
No, he's not a bad person at all. The content is made for who it's for.
Yeah, it's made for knuckle draggers, but
Just
It
the
works.
only
People love drama, dude.
with those people is just how their content can affect other people. Like you get fucking death threats, and I mean we've all gotten them, like death threats and shit like that. Like if it was anyone but me, I wonder what they.
What's up, JG? Yeah, Goob's typically really good about making sure he's right before he throws stuff out there.
Yeah.
At least from what I've seen. I obviously don't like research it, right?
Richard
No,
said
I
he's got
agree.
dirt on Goob.
The,
Oh,
the
Jesus.
one thing where I'm like, was when it's just somebody like editing their photos. And it's
I don't
like-
care about that at all. I don't care.
Yeah.
I like when he calls out the fucking pedophiles and shit because, you know, that's obviously super important. But it's like, okay, yeah, woman edited her ass on Instagram. They
Yeah.
do that.
That's not so important. But then you got people going saying that they should go kill themselves because of that, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, that part's fucked up.
I don't really fucking think so. You know, like
Well, that's kind of the Joey Swole effect, too, is a lot of those people get, like, death threats and shit. It's like, bro, just, you know,
it's
got
kinda senseless.
And Joey's no fucking saint either, so him being
No.
the fucking beacon
That's
of
what I hate, dude.
Yeah.
It's like everyone thinks that dude is fucking all good as shit two shoes. It's like, brother, do you know what this guy has done? Like, let's talk about the gay for pay.
Well, I mean, the people watching him weren't around for any of that. I only
Yeah.
know about it because of your guys' videos, so it's
yeah,
like,
him sending dick pics to girls and shit.
The shit, oh my god, the shit Steve sent me. He had all the links on deck, bro.
It's funny because Steve is just like quiet, then all of a sudden he'll just like expose like some big ass influencer out of the blue, like the fucking Liver King
Talk
thing.
about this. I'm like, holy fuck.
It's the fucking silent assassin. He doesn't get involved. He just sends it to somebody else. Like, here you go.
Yeah. He's like, just so you know. Like, damn it.
All right, another Richard one. Worst cycle ever ran. Here goes the DHB story again.
The only worst cycle I've ever ran is DHB. I ran DHB at a higher dose, and I was fucking pissing neon green and just feeling like dog shit 90% of the time. And at a
How was it
certain
at lower
point, I was like,
doses?
I need to go get blood work, and my blood work was fucking horrendous. I've never had blood work that bad before.
How was it at a lower dose?
I didn't ever use a lower dose. That's the
No,
problem.
because I got some sent to me for free. I just didn't touch it yet.
I just don't think it's worth it. Personally. But also, my opinion was, pretty skewed at the time. I had fucked myself up good at that point.
For me, it was definitely MPP. MPP makes me feel like a bitch. Hate myself. Fucking
Like a bitch?
yeah. Like I just have like no motivation to train. Lethargic, obsessive. Like checking girls like snap scores. Like didn't even want to go to the gym. Like it's
I've
like the
really had
exact
a bad
opposite of
one.
my normal.
I haven't really had a bad one because I already know that I have high anxiety, so I don't like take the stuff that would make that worse.
Yeah, and the
I
weird
did.
thing about MPP too is I assume it's because my prolactin was probably high, but I kept feeling like my estrogen was super high, so I was like super emotional and just lethargic and shit. Kept taking AIs, and I checked, and my fucking E2 was down to like 5. And I'm like,
Ooh.
holy
Yeah.
chill. You're trying to just diagnose it on the fly before you get blood work, and then it's like, what the fuck? It was just prolactin
That's
and
not
everything
good.
else way out of whack. So I don't
Yeah.
fuck with androgen anymore because of that.
That is not good. You gotta be careful with nandrolons, but I think generally they're fine.
It's like some people do excellent on it, some people suck on it. Me, I do excellent on trend, and most people can't fucking tolerate trend. So
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going to be a little bit different with what they do well on and what they do poorly on, really.
Johnny Walker, I don't even know who that is.
The drink?
Yelpies, we're going through questions that were submitted on Instagram. Are finishers a waste of time?
Depends on what the goal is.
Yeah, I don't think not all of them are, but a lot of them can be because you can falsely intensify a workout to make it feel intense, but really you just kind of were pussy and drop the weight more than you needed to do. So sometimes, I guess. That's the answer.
Garrett needs to answer this and get it clipped for the science-based community.
No shit. Yeah, I like drop sets sometimes. Oh god. So it depends on what the finisher's for. Like there's literally nothing wrong with doing a drop set just because you want a fucking disgusting pump to go take a picture of. That's totally fine. Is it better for hypertrophy? The jury's out, right? Nobody can really give a definitive answer. Everybody's like, no, the mechanical tension's not there, and now bodybuilders with 24-inch arms are like, this is because of drop sets. So we don't know. But do whatever you enjoy. I don't think that it's important enough to fucking stop doing something that you like just because it's not as effective as you thought it would be.
Mason Green 88 asks, do orals affect sleep like caffeine, or is it much more forgiving with the time taken during the day?
I've always taken mine in the morning. Never had any problems taking a nap after that either, so.
I take them pre-workout. No, they're
There's-
saying just orals.
They're asking if orals affect sleep like caffeine would.
Oh,
I have a feeling they're talking about like Anavar and Anadrol and
Yeah, I think not.
I mean, if you took it like right before bed, yeah, I mean, you're all fucking amped up to go train. Probably not the best thing.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you're dosing methyl tren, that's probably not so great, but
That too, yeah. We don't talk about that one. Sometimes I put protein and dextrose in my shaker while I work out for convenience. Should I change that?
I do that fucking 6 days a week, dog.
sometimes he does what?
Puts protein and dextrose together in his shaker bottle while he works out for convenience.
Oh yeah, that's fine, brother. It's basically what you're doing with amino acids anyways.
Hmm.
It might just sit in your stomach a little more, but another Richard one. On a scale of 1 to scientific snitch, who's the most insufferable influencer?
She is quite insufferable. I don't think she's the most insufferable. They're gonna call me a sexist, like maybe it's because she's a woman, I don't know. Yeah.
I think it's him through and through.
I hate the fucking stupid ass like lean over the camera and like try and like talk gently.
It's so cringe, bro.
It's just like trying to like look down and like talk gently into the camera.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
like
just
he'll always play the soft music.
Yeah.
Garrett, don't answer. She will come after you. She blocked me on everything, dude.
I honestly think her boyfriend is way more insufferable.
Jacked Ripper.
I don't even know his name on there. I just he got in an argument with me once on TikTok, and I looked at his fucking profile. I
He
know
doesn't
he
like me
likes to
either.
gossip in the DMs about you. So
He likes to gossip in the DMs about science-based lifters with me.
I also think
I bet.
Garbagino or whatever is pretty fucking insufferable too. Little hobbit.
I mean, I think it's just something with his face. To be honest,
It's punchable.
yeah. I mean, he's definitely not insufferable on the same level of like James Capola. Matt doesn't even bother me that much. It's more funny for me when I'm making videos about Matt because it's just like I don't know who the content's for. I don't know who it's for because he's not like super annoying and niche like the science-based lifters doing fucking like Keenan flaps and shit. And he's obviously not a bro lifter. He's in this like weird middle zone.
Well, he only got his big following because Joey Swole called him out and got him banned from his gym.
You told me
So
about that. Yeah. Yeah, I did not know that to begin with.
there's a YouTube video on it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's he's got so many followers, but just gets kind of piss poor engagement. So that's probably
because they
why.
all followed him because it was like the people that defended him in the Joey Swole thing, and then besides that, there's no.
Yeah, in which case he was just like also completely wrong. Like if it's against the rules to film, then don't fucking film. Yeah, that's simple.
Um, what do you guys think science-based training? Oh, when do you think, guys? When do you guys think science-based training will die? Seems to me the end is getting closer.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't think science-based training is the problem. Like actual like science-based training is fucking fine. It's just the optimal idiots on YouTube are the problem.
Have someone hire me and say they want the science-based lifting.
I mean, I wouldn't get that, but neither have I.
Yeah.
Nobody comes on board with me and it's like, can we get Keenan flaps in here?
Yeah, or no one. I've never heard anyone say, "Hey, I read a study that says if we did more volume on legs, it'd be better. Can we do that?"
I mean, in a way, we do. Like we know, like an upper lower split, you're getting more volume and frequency. Like we do apply the science, but it's not this
Yeah, it's
optimize
not like
every
I'm
little
like
tiny thing.
ignoring the fact that there's probably a really great way to lift out there, but I'm also not just like fucking innate to just read research and do nothing else. I don't know.
They don't even read research. They just fucking whatever Chris Beardsley posted most recently is what they fucking obsess about for 2 weeks until he posts something else.
Well, that and then Phil Viz called out Yo Talks because he put a prompt in Chat GPT and it said exactly what Yo Talks did word for word in a lot of his videos. So that's what some of them do. They just Chat GPT. Sean Jason asks, cut versus bulk basics, training and diet at low body fat percentage, picking compounds to match. Talking about like basics of the diet, and this is training and diet at low body fat. I think he's asking for compounds maybe because he said
I don't
picking
really change
compounds
my
to match.
training up at all. Obviously, I can push a little bit harder as the bulk is increasing, so like volume will be something that you could modulate a little bit, but like the compounds that I'm doing don't really change all that much. I change the lifts I'm doing like every 4 to 6 months, maybe. Yeah, so the only thing that changes is how many carbs I'm eating because my fat and my protein stay relatively the same.
I mean, at the very, very tail end of like a hard cut or like contest prep, you probably taper off volume. But other than that, there's not too many situations.
Yeah, I mean, you want to keep your volume as high as possible for as long as possible. Because a lot of guys will think they're like, okay, I'm going into a cut, so I got to back off. I'm like, you don't need to back off for a while.
I do change compounds in a bulk versus a cut, just in terms of like anadrol or like water bombs. You don't want to really.
I
be
thought
fucking
we were
taking that
talking
back
about
up,
exercises.
well,
I
I'm trying to figure out what he means because he
I'm
mentioned
like
diet
compound
training
lifts or
lifts.
compound. Okay. Oh, steroids.
Those
Yeah.
compounds. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
But even your anabolics, you're still gonna run test and DHT probably a fucking nandrolone.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna run more or less. I know Colton's of the school of running more compounds in the bulk. Um, I run more compounds in my cuts.
Insulin usually comes in the bulk, not the cut.
I got up to 1,200 grams of carbs at the end of my last bulk and still didn't need insulin. So if I
You
pushed
don't
further than
need
that,
it.
I think I probably would because it was getting pretty rough. But I don't want to be that big again for a very long time anyway. So
And insulin's not really ever needed, like unless it's an extreme circumstance. Like if you're eating as much as fucking Roman does, where he eats like 2,000,
Yeah.
at some point you need to. But most people don't have a need for it. It's just one of those extra vectors you can leverage, really.
What's up, gang?
Chat GPT wrote me an insulin protocol that's pretty spot on. What
Sure.
There's something about scientific snitch that I can't stand. It's
I know what it is.
It's how she talks down to everybody. That's what it is. She like holds herself up here and talks down there. It's a presentation. The actual stuff she presents isn't always bad. And like when you talk to her in the DM, she's actually fine. But when she talks to people in public, she just likes to like prop herself up and talk down on people.
Yeah. I don't appreciate that shit.
But at the same time, too, as a female, like you're gonna get a ton of fucking shit. So I can understand why she sometimes gets fucking over it and just bites people's head off right away.
And it's not because she's a female. Like we'll just set the record straight here. But like you can't talk down to people like that and also be a female because now that's getting dragged in, right?
Yeah.
Immediately. Like it's just going to get roped in.
There are some guys, like some of those old 40-year-old guys that like. I don't want to talk to a fucking, like, you know, those kind of guys.
That obviously is fucked up. But, you know, if you're being, you know, condescending and talking down to people and you're a chick, when people get upset about it and they bite back on both things, like, you can't be upset about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Was that when she was debating Todd and Andrew? Or was that last year? Or was that was still this year, wasn't it? Or maybe it was, like, November. That was during Colton's Live. Wish Andrew was in here. Andrew could give you a recap on that.
Yeah, it was so funny.
And then Todd would just get off topic talking about, what did he say? Something about like Taiwanese hookers and actually, I made it a roll in the Discord. Let me look it up.
The dude's got no fucking skill, brother. I don't know how he's made it this far in life, I'll be honest.
8-year-old Taiwanese hookers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot how the hell he brought that up.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, so that went from like a scientific debate into Todd just going completely off the rails pretty fast. So Sean had another question. Health phase between cycles, goals and duration, blood markers to watch to stay healthy.
I mean, the goal is to be healthy.
Maintain the tissue.
Yeah, run a high enough dose to maintain tissue, but low enough dose, and this would just be test, to become healthy again, depending on which markers were actually thrown off. The things you want to keep an eye on are the things you know you have issues with. So like post-cycle, you need to get a large panel to really see what's going on, and then you just keep an eye on that stuff during the health phase, or just keep getting full panels.
Yeah, 100%. What he said.
Usually that's a good time to deload, get your blood work done, see where you're at.
Deload, refeed a little bit, get the blood work done, figure out if you're pissing blood like Colton was talking about. If you are, it's going to be a long health phase.
It's also good to take one, like, if you have, like, a big life change, or, like, say right now, I'm in the middle of moving, I got all this other shit going on, like, I can only get to the gym for, like, an hour and a half, like, tops. Like, It's not a good time for me to go headfirst into a bulk or a cut, just because I don't have the same focus I normally
I think
would,
people underestimate just how much of, like, a mental load high androgens can add, too. Because, you know, if you're running like 1,500 milligrams, which isn't like insanely high, I know, but if you're running that and you've got all this life shit going on where you're moving, you're trying to do all this other shit, bringing it down just to like a normal level could relieve a lot of like stress and anxiety off of you, especially for me. I can tell when I'm on a gram of test just mentally. I can feel that. Yeah. Yeah, you get it in the DMs. I'll be venting to Seth in the DMs. You'd be like, hey, you know, remember, you're on a gram of test. I'm like, yeah, that's fair.
That was me today when you're like fucking on fire and everybody.
You're like, well, hey, relax. Maybe don't rush into this. I'm like, I already did it.
I was like, you might want to make sure you have other employees in place before you fire everybody else.
And I'm like, fuck it. I'll do it my fucking self. I don't care.
Because I did that 1 month. I did that out of my own experience where I had to like do everything on my own for a month. Harsh fear. All right. We got through all the Instagram questions on mine. Did you have one on your story, Tigger, or did you just repost?
I just reposted yours.
Anybody else in the chat have questions?
Yeah, if you guys have questions in the chat, now's the time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Got a part-time opening now then? Not particularly, no. You can DM me though.
Yeah. Well, you need that 3 a.m. shift.
No shit.
DM me too. Fuck.
Richard has more questions.
She gave us half of them in the first place.
And Seth gonna get he's moving, dog. Why would he get curtains right now?
Have blinds behind that blanket. I just like that it lets in a little bit of ambient light and it mixes with the blue light in the background and gives me a good background. The blanket's also blue, so it kind of, I don't know. We'll see on my next apartment. What's your guys' opinion on Dot? We just talked about Todd and his 8-year-old Taiwanese hookers, so
I don't really have an opinion on him. I haven't watched much of his stuff.
I'm friends with him and Kurt, but him and Kurt very much don't get along. So
I mean, Dr. Todd Lee is a great guy. He's just a psychopath, like, quite frankly, and he'll admit that too.
She sounds patronizing even when it's just her talking to the camera. It might just be her voice.
I knew her from Discord when she was like fucking, what is it now? 5 years ago? 4 years ago? 4 years ago. I didn't realize it till I saw her name in our Discord and I put two and two together. I was like, wait, Tough Turkey Tits. She was in my Discord a long time ago. So, I mean, back then she didn't have any following or anything. So she was just bullshitting in the chat all the time. But she's definitely kind of put herself on a pedestal. I don't agree with a lot of Todd's like mass jerking off he does over it and the GH intramuscular and all. He's got his own opinions on it.
Strong opinions that probably don't need to be as strong as they are, I guess is the best way to put it.
Like his opinion that Primo is ass and Mast is like twice the drug that Primo is.
That's great.
How's the cut process? It's going. It's slowing down, but it's going. I don't know how much less I could eat without just taking like 10 milligrams of Retta, but we're going to find out.
We're gonna fucking do it anyway.
We're gonna fucking find out. My resting heart rate, could be increasing rapidly depending on the Retta dose, but we'll see.
The move isn't until next week, but I'm just living out of boxes for now. I got to start it early. Bought the truck.
Could that be a fourth? Could that be a fourth mechanism of retatrutide? It increases your heart rate.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Boom. Burning even more calories.
It works through GLP-1, but retatrutide's hyper specific to cardiac tissue.
Yeah. I've been noticing that as the dose has been increasing.
Oh, for sure.
Luckily, I started at like 50, so me increasing is going up to like 70, which is still super fine.
That's really not terrible.
0.7. Yeah. Right?
What's that?
0.7 what?
Oh, you mean your heart rate.
Heart rate.
I was going to say not milligrams. Like, don't let anybody fucking think they can take 50 milligrams of Retta.
No. Yeah, no, my heart rate has gone up from a resting heart rate of like 50 to like 70 from the retatrutide. Yeah, do not take 50 milligrams of Retta. You'll probably die. That is not good. I'm on 5 and I feel it.
I had a client that was taking 20 milligrams of TERS and he bitches GLP-1s don't work. I'm like, well, because you were overdosing fucking TERS. Of course you don't have any appetite suppression.
How can you out-eat 20 milligrams of TERS? That's crazy. That guy's an eater. Like, you're just going to be...
Oh, he was super fat before.
Yeah, you're just going to be fat, dude. That is an eater.
Colton, any plans to do a video that isn't female related?
So, well, as soon as YouTube stops rewarding, that's as soon as I'll probably do it.
That's valid.
Kind of like Wes Watson.
It's just like, the matter of fact is like every video I do on a female gets like 60, 80K views. Every video I do on anything else gets like 20, so kind of a rough.
Chris, 225 is probably like fine, like that's not bad, but I would recommend not being 135 pounds.
Zionic went to the movies to see Mission Impossible this past Sunday with Todd. That must have been interesting. I feel like he's one of those guys that wouldn't shut up in the movie theater.
It's critiquing everything about the movie.
100%.
It's like that meme of the people at the party and that one guy's up in the girl's face, like telling her all this shit that she doesn't want to hear at the party. Beginner question here. If you start lifting as a fatty and you start cutting right away, or do you just lift at maintenance? If you're fat, I would get lean first. That's a big boom. Yeah, definitely try to get lean first, and then once you're lean, then you can start adding calories back. I'm not sure where Garrett went, but Colton's in the same camp on that.
Yep, same.
I just moved to 5 milligrams a week microdosing after 45 weeks. That's a long time. 25 respectable. Yeah, Garrett just answered that. Wait, I asked a question I don't think you answered. No, you were late. The horror story one, yeah, we already covered that. You have to go back and watch it later.
So, going back to the fat person, wondering if they should cut. I found that a lot of times when people ask this question, they feel like they can't build muscle as they're losing weight. You absolutely can. You're going to be totally fine. you'll be able to put on muscle while you're getting leaner. And then once you finally get lean, you can enter the bulk where you'll be able to put on even more muscle. So you'll be gaining muscle the whole time.
What kills me too is all these guys that are just fat and they're like, "Oh well, I started cutting a little bit. I lost too much muscle." I'm like, "No, you lost a bunch of fat and water that you're holding."
Mm.
Like,
You just
that's all it
aren't
was.
used anymore, brother. That's all that is.
I feel like that's all the 40-year-old TRT does. They all think that they have a ton of muscle under there and they're just bloated.
About to start GH. What's a good starting dose, and how long until I notice
10.
effects?
Oh,
Possibly not. If I go straight to 10, I get carpal tunnel pretty much instantly. I would say start at 3, bump up to 5 if you don't get really bad water bloat. But if you want to go with Colton, you can go straight to 10.
So just go to 10.
Push up the 10 over
And
time.
then how long until you notice effects? It depends on the effects that you're looking for. Like actual muscle growth will take months. You'll get better sleep almost instantly. Like that takes like a day or two. The skin and the hair and the nails come in quicker than the muscles as well. Fucking just destroying shit in the background. What do I like about EQ, and why don't I run a 19 NOR? So EQ doesn't really heighten my anxiety like it does with some people. I had a really good response to a super low dose of it. Like 300 milligrams helped me put on a lot of tissue. The vascularity is super clean as well. Why don't I run a 19 NOR? My anxiety is bad enough already. I have not ran one yet, but I feel like if I did, I would have a mental breakdown. So we'll find out someday. It's in the cards, just not right now.
Got a giant husky under my feet and I can't move my chair now. Colton is putting together that giant ceiling, giant hanging ceiling swing. He's got a sex swing in his garage for his bikes, so he can fuck his bikes.
That's right. So right.
Do you still have the protein goal as your body weight or a goal weight?
Depends on your body weight.
Your body fat is over 15%, probably your goal weight.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Your lean body mass is what to shoot for, but if you've never been lean, then it's kind of a fucking crapshoot. So you just kind of estimate. Generally, I probably start people body weight and then I end up working it down because a lot of guys are like, "Oh, I eat so much protein," so I put it at their body weight just to prove to them they're not eating as much fucking protein as they think, and then I lower it down.
Dude, every time it's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm eating so much protein," and then you put it at their body weight, and the first thing they tell you the first week, "Dude, I'm so gassy." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because you haven't been eating enough protein, and now you are, and you're bloated and gassy."
Like, "Oh, I didn't realize how much it was until I started tracking it." Like, oh.
Yeah. Now that I weigh it, it's a lot more. 10 IUs narcolepsy. Yeah, 15 IUs had me falling asleep at work like 3 times a day.
I always take it at night, so I don't notice it.
I was taking it at night, and I was still falling asleep during the day. I think I was also just 295 pounds and tired.
Any appetite increase on EQ? No, because my appetite's always huge, even on Retta and fucking Adderall. Like, it doesn't get nerfed down.
Yeah, I'm a fucking eater, dude. My appetite's always big, so an increase in that wouldn't really be noticeable. I would just feel like I'm hungry. Retta has helped quite a bit, but I noticed that I keep like out eating the Retta if I don't increase the fucking dose every 3 weeks.
Richard's trying to get us in trouble. Richard's trying to get us in trouble.
How do I get this gas tank? Oh, here's all new bar stuff.
Yeah, answer something constructive, Richard. If you're gonna run trend with 300 milligrams available, how do you taper up for a 2-week run pre-vacation? So you have 300 left in the vial, or
I'd say like 100 a week then, if you only have 300 milligrams.
yeah, I'm not understanding the question.
100 a week or 150 a week?
2-week run pre-vacation. I mean, if you have 2 weeks left, just do 150 a week.
Right.
Colton, he said it hooks in the front first and then push down on the back.
How can I increase appetite without smoking weed all day? The growth hormone you're about to be taking will increase your appetite.
Oh, he's getting progress. He's fixing his bike, Richard.
Is
So
that
these
the
are all
cover
parts
that it
he
came
got.
with, or did you order that?
But none of these fucking parts fit right, and that's the only problem. Also, they were supposed to ship me screws. This all came from Italy, and they were supposed to ship me screws for all these parts, but they didn't. So I've just been putting together things with random screws and hoping it works. It's been really rough.
It's about
It's
to
really
break
fucking
it.
rough, I'll be honest.
Richard says you're about to break it.
Zanuck, we just got to do some math here, buddy. So you have 300 milligrams left. You have 2 weeks. That's 150 a week.
Yeah,
Tren
that's
needs to be taken daily regardless, and you don't need to taper up. So you'll be taking 21.43 milligrams per day.
just don't do what I do. Every vacation, like every year I do this before my summer vacation. I'm like, oh, I'm going to increase my trend dose right before vacation just to look a little grainier.
Get
And then
fucking
my nipples get
gyno.
all flared up from the fucking
Yeah.
prolactin. Yeah, they just get puffy as fuck. And then I'm running around trying to find P5P at fucking Walmart. So yeah, don't do that.
You're not going to be able to run 30 milligrams a day for 2 weeks, though, because you don't have enough tren. So not running out would probably be more effective than trying to ramp up the dose higher.
Is it ACE or E? I mean, E, you could do a higher bolus if you want. At the end of the day, though, you're still dosing the same in the week. Yeah, it's the same amount. Yeah, you feel ACE more. I mean, I started using E just because I don't get as aggressive. Depends on if you
Fucking
need that
Anadrol
aggression.
makes me super aggressive.
And
Yeah. That's Anavar for me. Anadrol made me want to fight everybody at the gym.
I want to try Halo once, just to try it.
Tren makes you cheat. Halo makes you beat your wife.
Or kill him like Chris Benoit.
Well, that was his whole family.
Yeah, and himself.
Could have been a little CTE mixed in there, CTE and Halo testing.
Fuck answering questions. Let's just watch Colton struggle.
Yeah, no need to taper Zionic. You don't really need
He's
to
just
taper
straight up humping it right now.
Yeah, I don't
that
understand
ever.
how this thing's supposed to fit on.
Son of a bitch only goes on there one way. And that ain't it.
It's gotta be it. There's no other way. Unless they're like eating. I don't think they would.
Yeah, I mean, so how dramatic the change is going to be for you, Zionic, is going to kind of completely depend on how lean you are right now.
You would be better off running the trend, like you said, at 150 and then adding Winstrol if you really want like a big cosmetic change. If you can get Winstrol, that'll dry you right the fuck out. Your joints will hurt too, but yeah, it'll dry you out.
I mean, if you're going to be drinking a bunch on said vacation, maybe not Winstrol. It's only 2 weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah, you'd be all right. Probably.
Is it the most healthy thing to do in the world? No. Have I done it? Yeah.
Right,
So-
yeah.
Coaching this man.
Richard's saying that that's the wrong part.
No, it's not.
He's saying it shouldn't be that hard.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Richard.
Yeah, 13-14% if you're actually being accurate, because a lot of people gauge that really just wrong. You should see a decent change in 2 weeks of trend.
You'd want to up your cardio a lot more too if you're really trying to look grainy. You did not order Winnie. Well, Tren also can affect your liver too, so it's not really like it's a 1-1 there. But yeah, if you have Anavar or whatever, like something like that, that'll give you a
Yeah.
bigger cosmetic change if you're looking for a quick cosmetic change.
Run test E at 400 milligrams per milliliter sounds extremely convenient, but I'm also a bitch about PIP. Then don't pin test 400. They dissolve that shit in like poison. It's gonna hurt.
I've seen test 700 before.
I've seen test 500. 700 is fucking crazy though.
I know. I almost wanted to order just to try it.
It's fucking dissolved in hydrochloric acid. You are accurate? Then yeah, then great.
Richard's saying it's for a smaller model of Prilla.
This looks exactly like the tank.
Maybe it shrunk in the heat in the mail on the shipping container for 3 months.
Bitch today. You guys have no idea how long I've been sitting here fucking with this goddamn thing.
Looks like me trying to build my entertainment center by myself. That was a fucking. It has a fireplace in it, so like you had to suspend the fireplace as heavy as fuck
God.
and try to like screw it in. That thing took me hours. That's why my dad's like, "Oh, what's the heavy stuff we got to move?" Because my dad's now coming down to help me move. I'm like, the fucking entertainment center. I'm not taking it apart though. Like, we'll just put it on there as one whole fucking piece.
Richard wants to see the clips.
There's no clips. I think it just flips on. The problem is, Richard, is that the gas tank on the Aprilia is not just a gas tank like on any other bike. It extends all the way through the tail. It's all one piece. So usually what people do is they just replace the cover because you can't take the cover off. It's just a whole unit of.
Dionic said you can see the shelf hook inside the front of the tank cap.
That's the screw. That's for like by the handlebars. There's no clip. Like there's like a groove, but the clip doesn't exist. This is for the handlebars. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just cooked.
Did you read the instruction manual?
I wish there was one. Make this a hell of a lot easier.
Said
Use the whole. Yeah,
yeah.
you go, Garrett.
Use that hole for your origination point to secure it.
That's what I did. Look, the problem is now too is I'm balls deep in this because after trying to squeeze it on so hard, it scratched the shit out of the fucking OG one. So it's like I have to get this on because now it just looks like garbage.
You make me want to buy a motorcycle.
You should do it. It's great. There's no other happiness that I get outside of this motorcycle. All my motorcycles.
I get chastised for buying a truck, and then he's telling you to buy a motorcycle.
Should have bought a motorcycle.
It's cheap, right?
Did that just not go on super easy?
No, it didn't.
No, the gas cap's not lined up right there.
Oh, I was gonna say, pull the tire off.
I think it goes on from the bottom.
Fuck them, dude. I don't know, dude. Who made this piece of shit? That's what I wonder. They knew it was going to be like this.
We're just all intently watching this.
Bitch. Oh, it's the furthest I've gotten.
He said, put in the screw bolt first in the first hole and keep it secure before you push it down.
I like that one because it's like, we know this bitch. Oh, what are we doing here, boys?
We're all watching you.
I don't know.
Doesn't work.
I have a ratchet somewhere, but it's fucking gone.
The link didn't work? What the fuck? I copied it right from YouTube. Whatever.
What link didn't work?
When I posted on my story, I copied it right over from YouTube. Maybe it's because I was still in Premiere for a couple seconds instead of being.
Yeah, I saw it was in like upcoming.
Yeah, I might have still been in that because we were talking beforehand. Oh,
Bang.
is that it?
Dingo bang.
Let's gorilla fist it.
Looks like it's on there.
Shit always works, dude.
I'm gonna have Daryl clip this part. Put it on your bike channel.
It's ridiculous. There's no videos, too. You know, I'd look up a fucking video or two, but the problem is no one fucking does this shit, so it's like,
Now it just has to stay on there forever.
she's cooked, boys. I don't know. Do this, honestly. Like, I don't understand.
It looks on from here.
Yeah, it's not on this side.
This shit's still fucking. So that is not.
Oh yeah, no, that's
better.
totally not on.
And like, this is still the gap. But it's just so fucking. So tight on there. They won't see.
I think I missed a meal today.
I didn't eat dinner last night. Didn't even realize it this morning until there was still rice in my rice cooker. I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and realized that mine was in there overnight too, and had to dump it all out.
Yep. I mean,
Actually,
I
I
was
just set
fucking
an
on
alarm to
calls
redo
like
it.
all night, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I had my new guy come on today. They were redoing the whole SOP like I showed you. Then I made that one video I just made that, and then I downloaded a CapCut to edit it on my own because editing shorts is a pain in the ass if you're not using CapCut, honestly. And then I had to figure out how stupid CapCut is. It's like built for like dumbass Apple users that only need basic fucking commands. And I'm like, how do I get like change aspect ratio, stuff like that? Like, where's all the settings? And there's no fucking settings.
Yes, aspect ratios. You realize you're talking to a green screener right now.
Yeah.
All right, I can't fucking edit for shit.
I'm sitting there trying to like fine tune the edits and stuff, and I'm like, where are all the fucking settings? And it's just like, no, they're all preset. I'm like, okay, well,
That sounds exactly what I need. I've never used CapCut. I'd use TikTok to make all my videos.
Yeah, well, CapCut is like linked
Is it
with
like
TikTok, like
the
the
same
same
thing?
company or whatever. Yeah, so
okay.
it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, the TikTok editor is way better than the Instagram one. So
Oh, Instagram sucks.
yeah.
They released edits and then didn't even like put any updates, and like the captions and shit are the exact same. It's the same exact thing as making a video on Instagram on edits. I'm like, so what's the fucking point?
Yeah, and then like when you fucking sequence somebody, you can't. I couldn't figure out how to get the green screen to work with a sequence. It's horrible. I hate it.
Sequence, you have issues with the audio. Sometimes it'll cut out in random
Yeah.
spots, or it'll just duplicate the audio.
Or
and
you
then-
can't fucking edit the audio, and like you have their entire audio while you're trying to
duplicates it.
edit their clip down. Yeah, it's horrible.
And then sometimes it'll just get stuck uploading and then never upload. So I have to go back and redo the whole fucking sequence. Did you
Yeah,
ever
I
have that
just
happen?
download people's videos and do it all kind of manually now.
The only problem with that, it doesn't push it as far in the algo, but it is what it is. Like that's what I was telling you the other day. I'm like, I made 2 sequences last week, and they've done like 10 times the views of like all my original content. I spend way more fucking time on. It's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, Instagram loves them. I just kind of brute forced my way in there.
Yeah.
Because that fucking cookie dough video I did, that wasn't a sequence, and that has 750K views.
It was or wasn't sequenced.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, because I had a follower bitching to me this weekend. He's like, all you do is rage bait content now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, dude, I put out fucking 30 pieces of content and 28 of them are educational. You just only saw 2
You just
fucking
don't get it.
sequences.
Yeah, you're only getting the stuff that's being pushed out. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just is it. Like when you make fucking green screen videos that are inflammatory about stuff that people have already seen, they like it more.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a green screen on a video that they already saw, they're going to watch it and they're going to engage.
Took it off all the way. Richard, when did you become a little bitch and go to bed at 8 o'clock, dude?
I go to bed at 8 o'clock.
I mean, he's out in New York. They finally have sun for the first time in forever, and he's going to bed already. Because, I mean, we're in July, and it's probably just finally hitting summer weather there. Well, I think we can wrap it up on that note. I really thought Colton was going to get it on that time.
Did too. I was so convinced.
We were damn close.
We'll hear back from him in 3 hours. when he
I'll
finally
kill
gets it on.
myself. It's fine.
He's gonna blow his head smooth off.
Yeah, dude.
Thank God my channel's not monetized.
I'm gonna fucking rip my own brains out with a fucking fork in my nose.
These nuts need to sleep. Your fucking nuts probably aren't working after all the gear you've been running, dude.
No,
Yeah, no, nuts gone, gone.
no way.
They've been sleeping for over a year
Yeah.
at this point.
Might do some HCG just to see if they're still there.
Yeah, I need to do that. I usually do that on cruises, but
I mean,
I
you do it a
like
couple times a
HCG.
year, you'll be good. You do or don't?
I love it.
it
always
makes you horny as fuck, though.
Yeah, it makes me so fucking horny, dude. It's crazy.
I remember the time that I was taking that Tren and Melanotan at the same time. I mean, I just went for like literally 14 hours. We had one nap in there, but yeah, it was like 8 rounds. It was fucking nuts. My dick hurt after. Pretty bad, actually. It might not be worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like permanently scarring.
That was also the time that the chat told me to inject my calves once, and that actually really fucking hurts. Don't do that.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
You feel
There's
it
a
for
reason
days.
you don't hear about people doing that.
I was like, my calves suck. I'm just gonna fucking inject them for the chat.
Anyone know why labs cost has skyrocketed this past week or so? I haven't ordered labs in the past week, so
I haven't
Not
worried about getting them.
through, not through Anabolic Insights. They're still 51%
Anabolic
off.
Insights, yeah, best prices around. Code Rumvis, by the way.
Or RFBB 10. Depends on who you want to suck off. I don't know what Colton's quote is.
Coach Colton. No.
Drew's a really good guy too, so they'll get you hooked up with exactly what you need.
All right. Any last words?
Kill people. Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I said that. Live good lives. Convince Seth and Runvis to buy a passport.
I don't need. Where do you even get a passport?
I'm on.
Don't know, honestly. But it's $130. I know that. So I know you both have $130. And then once we do that, everyone can watch us all go to Japan and see Ladyboys in a cafe
And try to repopulate Japan.
and
We do.
repopulate
We need to
Japan.
repopulate Japan.
The 3 probably least qualified candidates to do so, but
Yeah,
We had a lot of HCG right now.
we're all on gear and we're gonna be fucking dudes. So we're not gonna be helping. We're not gonna be helping with the population thing very much.
there may be no breeding going on. But
All right. On that note, we're done.
All right, see you guys.